Hello everyone, Ashi here, and I have tried Kinich, and I'm going to tell you all everything I know about him so far. So, I actually skipped Kinich, and there's a lot of reasons why I skipped Kinich. I'm going to give you pros and cons about Kinich, and you guys can decide for yourself. But yeah, basically with Kinich, you run around, you do some cool little grapple hooks.
Running away?
And because we're in Natlan technically in this trial, we're able to grapple twice. But if you're outside of Natlan, you actually only need to grapple once. So it's basically like a Kaching or an Alhaitham outside of Natlan. So it's like a pro and a con. Being able to grapple around is very nice. I will go through all his skills now. His normal attack, he does he does 3 consecutive strikes, and on his second strike he pulls out a jaw and he like grabs onto a jaw, which I didn't even know because I wasn't very looking at his normal attacks too much. Before his skill, he enters a mode, and this mode allows him to swing around and actually kind of rotate around an enemy and hurt them. So let me go find a slime real quick. So here are my slime test subjects, as you will. And what you want to do is grapple onto one of them with your skill. You want to shoot 3 times and then use your cannon. Your cannon shot does a good amount of damage. Keep in mind, he does have his signature weapon, and he's sitting at 36, 182, which with his signature set, it's actually 76, 182. So you keep that in mind. For his talents are 888, but just for an example, that did around 80,000 damage with his cannon shot. And outside, so this is what a lot of people don't know about Natlan characters. Outside of Natlan, they don't get as much value. And this is something I wanted to talk about with a lot of people. Outside of Natlan, their skill kind of runs out a lot sooner than you would expect. And that's because if you see the bar at the bottom of my screen above the health bar, that is the Natlan's, I guess, energy or stamina bar for elemental skills and bursts of Natlan characters. And outside of Natlan, that bar doesn't exist. So you're not able to stay in your state for as long as you can inside Natlan. So if you're thinking of getting a character like Kinich as a whole, I personally would not suggest it, because being able to only grapple once outside of Natlan and only having a skill that lasts, say, like 7 to 10 seconds, it's not the best. It is fun though. I will say it is really fun to just like do this and fly a little bit, but other than that, I think that's all he has going for him. Now if you're comparing him to a character like Radeon, for example, or like Zelonin, who's coming out, I don't want to say any leaks about Zelonin because I don't want this video to get taken down, but Zelonin is looking to be a very good support character that could make your DPSs do a lot of damage. And even outside of Natlan, Zelonin is still able to support your team a lot more, and basically she still works outside of Natlan how she's basically intended to work. So now if you're looking for a very strong DPS, of course go for Kinich. Kinich is one of the strongest ones, and if you have Emily, he would be even stronger. But seeing as I don't have Emily, it's kind of a no for me, because another thing, or another con that Kinich has, is he wants to play in mostly Burgeon or Burning teams. And if you want to play a Burning team, Kinich is actually going to end up burning himself, and that makes him kind of like a glass cannon type character. So as you can see here, he ends up burning himself. Or I guess he's not doing it here now, but I'll just test getting close to an enemy.
Shadow of the past, mine to command.
Do they have to hit you for it?
Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects. Now you
How?
must pay this. Just like we rehearsed.
I think they actually fixed burning, so it's not burning him anymore, so that con is crossed off the list. But now we could take a look at Kinich's elemental burst. He does fire off a jaw at the enemy, and it's really cool because I love this. I love this. I love this effect it has. It's really cool. Yeah, if you're looking for a strong Dendro DPS, I think he is definitely the character for you. Outside of Natlan, though, I would still probably go for either Tighnari or Alhaitham. And this is because they work how they're intended to, even outside of the Natlan area. Well, yeah. Just my opinion. Just my pros and cons. I never made a video like this before, so I hope you guys like it. But in my opinion, if you should pull Kinich over Radeon or Zelonin or any of the other Dendro characters, I would say if you have Emily, then I would go for Kinich. If you're planning to want to main Kinich as a main DPS character, I would go for Kinich if you have Emily and a good team set up for him. But if you're looking at Kinich as a whole, to work inside Natlan and outside of Natlan, I would say probably not. If you're a collector, let's say you're a collector, and you're collecting characters in the game, which I'm trying to do at the moment, then yeah, I would go for at least one Kinich. But getting constellations for Kinich is, I would say it's not as recommended, because since he's a character that works mostly well in Natlan and not any other area, then getting a constellation for a character like that, it's almost a waste. It's almost a waste. I mean, he does do a lot more damage, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, this new mechanic in Natlan, I wish it worked like outside of Natlan for Natlan characters, but it sadly does not.
Supporting fire. I got him cornered.
So there you guys have it. If you should pull for Kinich, if you want a strong DPS and you have Emily, I would say yes, you should pull for Kinich. But just know there will be other Natlan characters out there that will probably, most likely, be stronger in support capabilities and DPS capabilities, such as Zelonin, for example. I'm not going to leak her kit or anything, but she is looking to be a character who can do a jack-of-all-trades kind of character, who can do damage, sustain your team with healing, and increase your team's overall damage. But characters like that will always be good, even if they have this Natlan stamina bar. My overall thoughts of Kinich, though, I would give this man a solid 7 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. And he's dead now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like. Yeah, that happened. How are you here? How are you here? I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed my thoughts on Kinich. Overall, I love his character. I love his design. Is he a must-pull? For me, personally, no. But, you know, he's a very good character. I very much like his kit. And one more thing that a lot of people are talking about for Kinich, and it's actually, I agree with them. When you use his skill and you grapple around an enemy, it actually can make people motion sick. And that's another reason why I didn't pull for him. Because motion sickness is a big thing in my life. And unfortunately that came into play when I was playing with Kinich, and I felt really sick for like a few seconds. But when you do grapple around an enemy like this and you're like woo 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 and flying everywhere, it can get actually like very motion sickening for a lot of people. So I just wanted you guys to know that it's another con. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all enjoyed the pros and cons of Kinich and if you should pull or not. In the end of the day, guys, pull for who you like. It doesn't matter. It's just a game. If you like the character, you like their design, you like their personality, just pull for them. I pulled for Radeon, and it's 3 years after her release, and she's been power crept. And I still pulled for Radeon because I like her character and design. But that's what you guys should do. Just pull for who you like. Save up for whoever you want. And in the end of the day, you can always beat this game. Because in this game, what really matters is the artifacts. It's true. It's so true. I saw a Fremine the other day do over 100k with his skill. So, I mean, anything's possible. And all he had was superconduct. So, what really matters is the artifacts. I hope you guys have a good time grinding for the new Natlan artifacts. And I hope you all get the characters that you want and desire. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And me and Kinich, or me and Spinach, or me and Ben 10, we'll see you next time. Bye guys.